And as you see how lighter I go, then it is, you know, it's more of a purple because I blended it in. But if I go ahead and do just the blue there, you can see that that is a true blue. And I'll use a different finger just to pat it. And you can see as if you wanted to pat it. Because obviously your eyelids, you don't have that much room to be playing with. So you can't rub it like that. But that's the blue. And that's the blue that I just blended with the lighter pink or purple. And I got a little bit different of a color. So you can mix these. This is, I mean, I'm just totally impressed with this line. So as you can see that. So, I mean, gosh, I can just even, you know, many other lines that you start mixing, you know, colors like that, it's going to get ugly. But even so with this, it's not. And I love the whole idea of having a little bit of the, not an ombre effect, but a little bit of the, that's the color of it mixed. You know, a little bit of, it's not just one color. You can see where it's fading in, kind of like a hieroglyphic color. And that's how I've just been lately with lipsticks and everything. I'm not even worried about, you know, just the one color. I'm getting okay with just experimenting in that way. So as you can see, the color, you know, it's on the skin, it's on the fingers, dabbed on, and you can see how nicely it's done. So you're not going to get crease with this type of liquid. So I am going to go ahead and put it on my eyes, and let's just go ahead and see how we do. And I will say, even with the flare up underneath, I haven't had an issue with this. So I'm just going to put some on right in the center. And I'll even do that. You can see where it's obviously not dry yet. Now I have a little bit of blue on here, so I'm just going to pat it in. But it's very workable. And if you are using your fingers, you can really get away with, you know, just having it on and shaping it with your fingers. You don't have to have a brush. Again, this is here. I just go in here. Now you could go ahead and do it on the underneath also. I usually just take my finger and do the underneath. And just to blend it, I can use, you know, either more or less just to even it out. And I am going back over on this side, as you can see, and it is still working. It's still pliable, it's still movable, as if it is just like a powder. Actually, better than a powder. So I told you I was like really impressed. Now, I'm gonna do just a little bit there. And watch, I'm even gonna put here, just to prove a point. Well, there's blue there. You can see I don't want to put too much to her. Just to prove a point that even as this sits, because I'm going to work on this side, I'm just going to dab that in just to get a, you know, a little bit of a smudged effect there. Smoky. Now that's been sitting there for a minute or so. I can even give it a little bit longer, but just to dab that in, it's still movable. I'm sure if I sat for a while with it, it would obviously have a drying effect, but, and of course, if you're, you know, nitpicky, you just have to just make sure you know, if you want to make it a little bit more even. And then of course you can get, this is all using the same, you know, the same fingers. As you can see, I used more, and you can see it's just lightly coming, it's lightly getting more transparent, but it's not rubbing off, it's not peeling off. So this is definitely a staying liquid that is, works like, you know, a powder that you can use, but it's not gonna roll, it doesn't, you know, it's not moving. I definitely want to get some of the lighter colors to go all the way up to the eyebrows, but I mean, I would even just take this and just, you know, if I want to smudge it in. But you can really just, work how you like to work on it. And I obviously am pretty free about it. I have to wipe my hands. So, and with the liquid matte, I can put this right over this balm. This is the Petal Boucher, and this is their pink matte rose petal. Again, you can see. I mean, I need to use a little bit of pressure to pull it out. I don't want to fling it out, but it does have a little bit of a self wipe on it, which is, nice. So I got to do a little bit, but not too much. And this is not an eyeliner or a lip liner, but this is just having just the balm that I had on underneath. Oh, it's quiet, huh? So as you can see, one swipe, full coverage, pigmented. And I didn't even put this back in yet, just to kind of, get a little bit more. And that is the Petal Rose, the rose petal, in their matte liquid. So I just want to do a little bit of a review. I do have the perfume also, which I absolutely adore this. Obviously you can't smell it, right? But the first impression of it is I can smell it, which is lovely that I'm not being overwhelmed with alcohol or a strong, powerful scent to where, I have to worry about it dying down. So this is an oil, this is a roll-on perfume. So I think it's just something that you either have to just try it, see if you like it. I absolutely love it. So that is my review of Violette FR and those products there. We had the blush in Calisson and Louise. And then we had the Bisou Balm, which was in Calisson. And then we had the Boom Boom Milk. That comes in a wonderful package. And it comes with a lid on it so you can keep it stored. So, I mean, she definitely doesn't just wrap it and send it to you. It's in a nice container there. And then we had the two twinkling liquid eyeshadows and the rose petal. So, that's it for this silver hair girl. I hope you kind of like that. And once I go and look at it, I love it. And I hope this review helped you out. I will do another type of a review maybe once I get more makeup on, but for now I think I gotta lay low with this eye. I think so. This is The Cosmetologist and I hope you enjoyed it.